What's up, wonderful earthlings? Thank you very much for clicking this video. Respect to yourself, man. You see here, we are all about good vibes because we believe in spreading love, peace, forgiveness, and unity among humans across the whole world. We do that by reacting together to different types of videos. Good vibes, woke, creepy, you name it. Any video that comes to your mind. All with the intentions of spreading love. Straight out of Africa with lots of good vibes. Henry, hit the like button. Tell us where you're watching from and watch till the end. Good vibes, man. Let's dive in.
Can't go into space and always come back down. Here you can see that the Atlas V that was launched by NASA back in 2002 was actually caught on camera by a guy who was flying an aeroplane at the time, and if you watch this you can see it clearly going straight up. Not a bit of a bend, but straight. Now, if I remember correctly, the Atlas V is actually one of the longest serving rockets for NASA, constantly taking up payloads to the ISS, International Space Station, and was even responsible for helping to get one of Mars rovers, obviously, onto Mars. And not only has it been to space numerous times, but it helps another object get onto it.
Huh. You work night shift at a hospital. Look at this. So someone's work shift at an oh, big up and much love to all the doctors out there. Oh my god. You see that's a baby taking a walk there. Oh, that is creepy. Much love to everybody there that works in the hospital. Whether you work in the good vibe section of making the environment clean, much love to you. Whether you work as a nurse there or as a doctor, much love to everybody, man. In whatever field you work in, as long as you are good vibes to humans, much love to yourself. Big up, man, to all those people that have been leaving some comment. Respect to you. Even hitting the like button there, you see, that's a wonderful gesture. And it really motivates to everybody here that really works to making sure this message
Somebody asked
reaches you.
Bashar once, are rocks conscious? He says, well, they're made of consciousness. They're not consciously expressing themselves in the way that you are. But look at it this way. Are you aware of the rock? Yes. Well, it's aware of itself through your awareness of it. But it's not aware of itself in the same way you're aware of yourself. In a sense, it's almost using you as a reflection to point out that it's an individual rock. Mm-hmm. So however it actually experiences that may be very alien to us and very foreign to us and nothing like the way we think of our own consciousness, but it's still a reflection of consciousness. Mm-hmm. And it may have very different ways of understanding that have nothing to do with the way we call understanding.
Even a rock has some degree of awareness that it is this rock and not that rock. But it may do that through a being such as yourself. By you noticing that there is this rock and this rock, you are including the idea of your reflection of consciousness in such a way that the rock can know itself through your perception. Even though it may not know itself exactly in the way that you do, it is still on some level aware that it is its own rock.
Oh, this is very interesting. Some person here, some have some cabbage. Why are they crashing the cabbage like that? Oh my god. They have some fruit there. What is that? some onions and how to peel the onions. Use some fork. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, good vibes. Did you know that? Good people are fun. You see, humans are very creative and wonderful. And some fancy type of pan here. What do you do with the pan? You put something that looks like some. What is that?
The act of closing your eyes and rehearsing what you're going to do begins to install the neurological hardware in your brain to look like you already did it. Now the brain is no longer a record of the past. Now it's a map to the future. And if you keep installing that hardware, the hardware will become a software program, which means you'll just start acting like a happy person. Why? There's no magic there. You installed the circuitry. So that's more important than the news.
Right.
It's more important than answering any email or any text. It's more important than talking about your past or some dinner. If you can begin to just think about how you're going to do it differently, that's the building process neurologically already. So now you have to get conscious in order to do that. And it takes some time. That means you got to shut your cell phone off. You got to close your door. You got to take a break from everything out there and begin to practice.
How come nobody's talking about the comet that's happening at the same time as this April 8th eclipse? On April 8th, from parts of Mexico all the way to Northern America, we are going to experience a total solar eclipse. And this is only the second solar eclipse that has happened in the last decade. But we have a comet that may be photobombing the event. Its name is 12P Pons Brooks. It's a periodic comet with an orbital period of 71 years. It was discovered in 1812 and later recovered during the passage of 1883 and 1954. No worries. Comet 12P is not going to hit Earth, at least for sure in the near future. It's flying at a speed faster than a rocket ship, and they say it's the size of Manhattan. So to go back to the eclipse, we have these two phenomenon going on at the same time. Is there meaning? Is there a correlation to it? On a side note, there are several schools that will be closed that day, and other schools that have early dismissals. Is it odd or weird that the schools will be closed or that there's early dismissal due to the total solar eclipse? Or is that something normal in the United States? I grew up in Italy, so we never got out of school early or was able to skip school for an eclipse or comet. Who thinks that the two celestial events are connected? It is a rare coincidence. And we all know coincidence does not exist.
Quantum jumping does not mean jumping out of your body and randomly waking up in another world on another planet. You are staying right where you are, in your body, on this planet. It is the world around you that changes with you. Look at it like this. The wealthy and the poor are living in the same society on the same planet. And still, they are experiencing two completely different worlds at the same time. These different worlds are one, existing at the same time. There are multiple realities available to you at all times. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates. You are not able to see those frequencies, but your mind has the ability to pick up on those frequencies. That is why you can think of your desired reality. It is already existing in another dimension. These dimensions are coexisting at the same time.
That is interesting, man. Leave your comments. Look at this. What is this? Some way of folding some paper towel, or what do you call this? You see? Good people of this. This is very interesting. But this will take a lot of time, you see? It is very beautiful and encouraging to the visitors. But you see, think of it, man. It is good vibes, man. Humans are full of incredible stuff. Oh, this is incredible. Wow. Oh, this is wonderful, man. And that's how you get flowers that are made of something that looks like paper towel, and they just look beautiful.
The language of nature is symbolism. The language of God is symbolism, where the knowledge and the wisdom of the understanding of nature is hidden, clothed, and placed to preserve, to keep the secret, and for the privileged, meaning those who have evolved high enough to utilize the knowledge of such language while the psychological, spiritual children go off to play. And that is indicated in the cards, the dice, the Ouija board, and other implements that were prepared for the masses to play with while they evolve. The 52 decks, 52 cards in a deck are spiritually significant in this science, as the dice are, the cubes are spiritually significant in this science. But those are the things that most of us have played with, and many of us are still playing with them. And that's okay.
Oh man. Let's see your thoughts on that.
Here's how the system works. Everything you could ever ask for, you could ever have now, or ever ask for in the future, you already have right now. You already have all of it. You simply are not experiencing it. Because everything that has ever happened is happening now, and ever will happen is happening right now. And so it is for you merely to reach into the sea of infinite possibilities and call forth the reality you choose now to experience. And you do this through three devices mainly: thought, word, and action. That is, what you say, what you think or believe, and of course what you do.
Oh.
Planet Nibiru.
Now, what's going on here, America? We got two suns in the Antarctica. Haven't set in 24 hours without setting, you feel me? Come on, control alert. Come on, leave them comments. Planet Nibiru back, y'all see it, huh? Can't make this one up. And for all y'all trolls, y'all leave y'all comments below what y'all think about this one. Oh, wait. TikTok, we got y'all ass on this one, huh? Y'all see it? Oh, wait. It's a great moment to be alive.
The return of the Anunnaki. The world will see the truth in the sky. Everything must be reset in order. Judgment upon the earth is happening. Now is the time to find yourself in peace. Thanks for watching.
Well, love, man.
Ramu can't make this up. Come on, big troll alert. Come on, leave them comments.
Peace and love to everybody, man. Let's unite. How do you guys teach your dogs to do that?
All space missions are fake. There is no satellite in space. I give you some numbers you think about. If you ask NASA and the SpaceX, how high can the best rocket go straight up? They won't answer you. But you can Google, you can ask ChatGPT, what's the best rocket? How high can the best rocket go straight up? I searched Google, and the information showed two answers. Before it says 72 miles straight up. And lately, the new information says SpaceX two-stage rocket can go straight up to 92 miles. That's the top, the highest all the rocket can go. Doesn't matter your size, more stages. It doesn't matter. Mass ejection technology. The more fuel you carry, the more fuel to lift up. How can their rocket can go straight up only 92 miles, but if they go sideways, they can go up to the 500 kilometers above Earth, go to the SpaceX Starlink satellite orbit. They said that they are opening at 500 km above Earth. Their rocket couldn't fly that far. Their rocket can go straight up only 92 miles. How can they reach 500 miles above Earth? It's all lies. I'll give you another example. If you use Starlink satellites, use Starlink internet, you watch your receiver. Your receiver is only pointed to one way. It's not moving. Only pointed to a certain direction. How can the satellites moving around the Earth, and your satellite don't follow the satellites, you can get a signal? All the satellite dishes are not moving, not follow moving objects. They are pointed to one direction. Think about it. There's no satellites. All fake. All the satellites are hiding under the helium balloons, weather balloons. The last few years, you see a lot of Starlink trains in the sky, right? People made a lot of videos. They can see Starlink trains in the sky with their naked eyes. If you Google the information, the Starlink satellites are table size. Can you see a table 500 kilometers away? The ISS, according to NASA, is a football field size. It's 30,000 times, 20,000 times bigger than Starlink satellites. But the orbit is only 350 kilometers above Earth. It is so big, so closer than Starlink satellites. How come nobody can see the ISS in the sky? It's all lies. It's all fake. Think about it. There is no space mission. The only thing orbit Earth is the moon. That's the only satellites the Earth has. All the man-made satellites are fake. It's all fake, people. There is no space mission. NASA and all the China, Japan, Russia, all these space agencies are money laundering machines. They just launder tax money. There's no space mission. Human can never left Earth go visit the moon because the physics laws limited what the technology can do. Rocket use mass ejection technology. It's impossible to escape Earth's gravity. Man can never visit the moon. Mark my word. Never, never, never. Forever. We can never escape gravity to visit the moon. Because nature don't have this kind of technology. Nature physical laws limited what the technology can do. It's like people run 100 meters, take about 10 seconds. Doesn't matter how advanced we are in the future. No human can run 100 meters 3 seconds. Because nature has limitation. We can never visit the moon. Never, never. Stay on Earth. Be peaceful. Enjoy your life.
Let's see if it does on that, man.
But the Webb telescope has recently captured something extraordinary there. About 10 billion years ago, a star in the distant galaxy MRGM 0138 exploded, with light from the explosion subsequently encountering a cluster of galaxies whose gravity bends the light. In 2016, an observation from the Hubble telescope found 3 bright spots in the galaxy cluster. Steve Rodney, lead researcher of the University of South Carolina, said, "The original 3 points of light that appeared in this Hubble image were entirely an accident. 3 years later, when Hubble looked at the galaxy cluster again, all the points of light had disappeared. With these observations, astronomers concluded that it was a supernova, and they named it Supernova Requiem. But astronomer Rodney and his colleagues predicted that the supernova will reappear in 2037, because some of the light from the supernova is traveling a long way due to gravitational lensing. The researchers calculated that light traveling through the center of the cluster, where dark matter is densest, should appear in the sky over Earth in the year 2037, give or take 2 years. The supernova may also appear a 5th time in the year 2042, but that light will be so...
Understand what his... Is it his lady friend or his consort is Anima?
He calls her his counterpart. I assume they're just basically associates.
Who knows, right? What goes on at that point?
Maybe you can ask. But they are representatives from their civilization. They have chosen to do this kind of work, as many members in their civilization have, and they do function through many individuals on this planet and other planets, helping them elevate themselves through whatever transformational processes they happen to be going through.
And we know what they look like. I think you brought a sketch.
Yes, they have described themselves. I've seen them in the trance state and in dream communications, and they are roughly 5 feet tall on the average. They have a very whitish-gray skin coloration. Their eyes are very large and upturned. They have said that if we're going to make any kind of a comparison to something we're familiar with at all, it would be maybe Mongolian, Eurasian. Not quite. They're much more slender. The females seem to have hair, the males don't, and the hair usually tends to white even when it exists. So they're pretty monotone in that sense, but their eyes stand out as the largest feature.
And then what about the actual process of the channeling? Very briefly, what is the telepathic communication mode that takes place between you and Bashar?
What I've learned from Bashar and what I've learned now to do is to relax what typically passes for my focused consciousness and let it become more diffused or plastic, if you will, so that his consciousness can sort of impress itself upon mine, so that mine can start picking up the pattern of his vibration. That interlinking allows my consciousness, my energy, to become a model of his thought patterns, so you get a translation through my body, and he's not actually speaking English. It just pops out of my subconscious whatever words in our language need to...
The concepts that are coming.
Right.
So it's almost like tuning forks getting in resonance
Very
with each
much
other.
so. He says everything is the product of different frequencies of vibrations in the universe, so it's a matter of matching vibrational patterns to allow an identification to take place so that I can function like a translation device, for lack of a better term.
Well, is there anything we should know about what you're about to do just before you go in?
Just that when he makes the link, it'll be relatively conversational. It's a very ordinary thing in that sense. It's very easy to communicate with him. He's very out front. He's not shy at all. So just an open, friendly discussion, anything anyone wants to really ask or say, doesn't have to be a question, is really the mode of operation for it.
Well, let's meet Bashar.
All right.
Thank you,
It'll
Daryl.
just take me a second.
Sure. I think we have an extra cushion there for you.
Okay, thank you. So, this is just more the help me put my body in the position that I'm used to for the channeling.
I'll say, how are you this day of your time as you create time to exist?
Oh, allegedly that is Bashar back in 1987.
This is going to seem like the most basic question, but it needs to be asked, and I hope some geologist can answer this. Why does it seem like all major land masses on Earth have a peninsular formation pointing south? Like, I get it, continental drift, but like this is continental drift. Pangea was trying to tell us something, unless this is just a coincidence. Even when I watch simulations of Pangea breaking up, why did it break up that way? Why are they all pointing down south?
What do you think about that?
Every time I do this, I swear it's going to be the last time. Alexa, why are there no actual pictures of the Earth?
From NASA.gov. The Earth is not a static place, and a still photograph cannot capture the majesty of our constantly changing world. Did that answer your question?
Like a politician, it did. Alexa, was every single picture taken of the Earth CGI?
From gtplanet.net. There is no picture of Earth that is not CGI.
Alexa, how do we know the Earth is round if we've never seen an actual picture of it?
Here's something I found on WikiHow. One way to prove the Earth is round is to lie on the ground and watch the sun set below the horizon. After the sun sets, quickly stand up and look at the horizon. You should be able to see the sunset again. This is possible because of your higher vantage point. By standing up, you're able to see further over the Earth's curve and catch a second glimpse of the sun. If the Earth was flat, this wouldn't work.
Okay, well that just ended that big debacle. Who knew it was just that answer, that easy? Alexa, has every single picture we've ever seen of the Earth been fake?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, has there ever been a picture taken of our planet that is not CGI?
From gtplanet.net. There is no picture of Earth that is not CGI.
Alexa, why can't one of the satellites just take a photo of the Earth?
From pudding.cool. Because the Earth is a sphere, it's impossible for a satellite to see the entire map at one time.
Has there ever been a picture taken of the Earth from the moon?
From pocketlint.com. The first photo of the Earth, taken from the moon, was taken on August 23, 1966.
Alexa, was that picture taken in 1966 of the Earth CGI?
From space.com. The first Earthrise image, however, was taken by NASA's robotic Lunar Orbiter 1 spacecraft in 1966, in black and white.
Alexa, has there ever been one picture taken of the planet that has not been CGI?
I don't know that one.
Alexa, why do we have to use CGI when taking a picture of the Earth?
From steamit.com. CGI results are considered valid because the photos captured by satellites show that the shape of the Earth has an arch.
What do you think about that conversation?
None of it makes sense. The problem is that we're taught as children, this ball earth lie. And, you might ask as a child, what about the people in Australia? They're standing on the bottom of the globe, won't they fall off? And your teacher says, no, gravity. And you go, oh, okay. And you never go back to that question. But when you go back to it as an adult and start looking at it with a critical eye, right, the whole thing falls apart. As you say, the globe is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's a leading astronomer in America,
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Tells us that the Earth is not a perfect circle, it is actually an oblate spheroid, it's squashed and wider at the equator. Yeah?
So Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
So my question to him would be, why is there land at the equator? Because water will move more readily than rock. So if the Earth is spinning, the water will be collected at the equator. I mean, if you spin a wet tennis ball, okay, you spin a wet tennis ball, the water shoots off at the equator, essentially. So all the water will be gathered around the equator. So why is there land at the equator? Doesn't make any sense. The other thing that's about the spinning Earth is looking at the stars. Now, directly above the axis of spin is the pole star, Polaris, okay, directly over the North Pole. And we're told that the reason that all the stars spin around the North Star is because the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Okay, seems to make sense, because if you put a long exposure camera pointing at the North Star, you'll see the stars will make perfect circles around, perfect star trails. The only problem is the Earth is also orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles an hour. Okay, the Sun is moving, dragging the Earth and all the planets up that way or that way at 600,000 miles an hour. So why do we see perfect circles? You know, because that's the slowest speed, that's slowest motion in that mix, and yet the Earth is moving 67 times faster that way and 600 times faster that way. So you should see the stars do all sorts of strange motions, but you don't. You only see them make these perfect circles. That tells me that it's the stars that are moving, not the Earth.
Oh, that's interesting, man. Good vibes. Look at this. Oh, some good vibes guy here chilling with some hair or rabbits. This is a zookeeper. Oh, these animals are full of good vibes, man. Oh, wow, much love to these animals. This is incredible. Cute, angry, fluffy lemming attacks humans for being blah 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 blah. Why would they attack humans? I'm sure they were not attacking, man. They were trying to spread good vibes. You see? Capybara thinks his brother ears is is the stuff they are drinking from. This is crazy. And this guy is great as should be bad. Oh my god. I didn't know these birds also have some ritual greetings. Did you know that, good people of Earth? Please leave some comments, man.